So mates, you're welcome to another tutorial. This is Style by Somi. To all my subscribers, you are welcome. And if this is your first time of hearing my voice and coming across my video, you are also welcome. You are at the right place. Today's edition, we are going to be recreating this kaftan bubu dress that can be styled in different ways. Fitted, loose, ruched, bubu, kaftan, anyhow you want it. Just watch this video as you see the styling process. Alright, so mate, I only used 3 yards of crepe fabric to achieve this. Let's get to the cutting. Okay, I folded my fabric into 2 and I am having 23 inches in 2 of the places. We are going to be cutting the back piece before the front. And 23 inches includes the sleeve and the shoulder measurements all in one. The shoulder is 8 inches and what is remaining there, I think 15 inches. That is what I use for the sleeve. So for the neck width and neck depth for the back, I used 3 inches neck width of 3 inches and neck depth of 1.5 inches. I used the full length of this material. It is by 62, I think 62 or 61 thereabout. I used the full length. So I'm going ahead to I'm coming down by 1 inch. I came down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope and I'm marking my sleeve opening, which is 11 inches. From that 11 inches, I came in by 2 inches so that I can curve it and give it that required shape. So this is what I am having. I'm going ahead to curve it and take it straight down. Now I'm cutting the neck width of 3. I'm cutting the neck 3 inches by width and 1.5 inches by depth. Going for that to cut the shoulder slope around there, then cut the sleeve round area and take it straight down to the hem line, just like you can see me do. So I'm going ahead to cut it and I'm done cutting it, trying to make sure I have an accurate cut around there. So this is what the back piece is looking like. Yes, this is the back piece. So we'll go ahead and place this back piece on top of the front piece that we're having. So because of the design of this my material, I cut the front one after the other. It's supposed to be 2 pieces, but I first of all cut 1 piece and then later place the other front on one side of the other. Remember, the front is going to be open. Yes, the back will be covered and the front will be open. So I'm going ahead to mark 1 inch all around the front area for the space for the ruching rope. Yeah, so this is me going ahead to cut that 1 inch straight down, and I will do so and you are going to be seeing what we'll be having. I'm cutting it from the up and from down 1 inch all around the center front area. Yes, so I went ahead to do a neck of 8 inches by depth. It's going to be a v-neck, so I did a neck. I came down by 8 inches from the front neck and I curved it up to give it a v-neck. So I'm going for that to cut the shoulder slope for the front, after which I'll now cut the front neckline. So you can see I'm going for that to cut the front neckline. It's not that sharpy, a little bit of curve like that. That's how I want mine to be. So I'll now remove this back and get this material and cut the second piece of the front. Okay, I've placed my material on it and this is me trying to adjust it to make sure it is all aligned and all equal. So I'm going for that to cut. I will now pick my scissors and I will cut that up the same way, the same shape that I am having on that part. Cut the shoulder slope, cut around the neckline, follow the 1 inch area that we gave the allowance for the ruching rope, and then cut it up. So after cutting, I will go ahead to get my I will cut a strip of 2 inches. That will be for the front belt. Yeah, strip of 2 inches by width and 30 inches or more by length, so that it can get around the waist and give you the desired rope that you want. So this is what we are having for the front piece. As you can see, this is design I told you I want to maintain. So I don't want this straight line at the back to come and be at the front. So I'm going ahead to cut the neck facing, for the back. I use my little material. I cut the neck facing for the back. I'm cutting the neckline. I will now remove it and cut it. Your neck facing should not be more than 3 inches. 3 inches is just okay for the neck facing. I used a piece of material that I was having. I used it to cut the back neck face. For the front, I use the material also to cut the front neck facing. I don't want to pipe in this. I don't want to like fold it in. I want it to have a neat finish both inside and outside. That's why I'm facing it up. So like cutting something to turn the neck, so that I will not have stitches all around there. So I've gone ahead to cut the front face too. I'll go ahead to stitch it on the machine, front facing front, and I'll bring it to show you. This is me cutting the strip. Like I told you, the strip for the belt, I cut 2 inches by width and 30 inches by length. So I've gone ahead to join the facings. This is for the front. I use my hemming gum to hold it in place. You can see how neat it is. It is better to have it turned in like this than to piping it up. So this is the back. I've gone ahead to put the facing, and you see how neat it is. I use my hemming gum to put it in place too. Now these are the two belts, the two strips of the belt. I went ahead to join it up, and that of the ruched rope too. I've joined it up, and this is the belt for the back piece. Yes, this style will be having a belt at the front waist and at the back waist. All right, I'm gonna have to join the 1 inch for the front, and I'm gonna have to fold it in that part, folding the casing for the rope that will be at the front. So I've folded it in, and this is what I am having. So now I'm going to be measuring the place where the belt for the front is going to be sitting. From the shoulder line, I came down by my waist measurement. You come down by your waist measurement. I did 17 inches. Then from that center front where you joined the 1 inch space, you measure quarter of your waist measurement. Mine is 8, so I used 8 inches. Divide your waist by 4, and from the center part of the front, you measure that waist measurement on both sides. You place like this, and you place it on the other side too and measure. So this is me now bringing my belt over to show us how we are going to put it on that line that we have marked. You can see, so I'm placing my belt over on it like this. This is how I'm going to join it on my sewing machine. So on the other side of the front, I will still do the same thing. Measure 17 inches for the waist, and then measure 8 inches from the center front. So the belt this is where the belt is going to be sitting. This is going to be giving you that fitted waist when you tie it up from the front across to the back. So I also did the same thing for the back, because I wanted to style it in different ways, wherein I can have the back fitted, I can have the front fitted also. So I'm going ahead to just make sure that everything aligns. So this is the ruched rope that we are going to be using for that front. I measured 1 inch by 65 inches thereabout. Yes, by 65 inches, and I used it to give the gown a ruched effect. So for the back, I'm measuring the same thing. From the center front, I measured 8 inches. That's quarter of my waist measurement, and I came down by 16 inches for the back. Yes, because that's the back. That's the shoulder to my waist. My waist at the back. It's not the same with the front. So this is the belt for the back piece. So this is now the rope that we're going to be using for the ruched. I want to show us how we do it. You can see I put my safety pin, and I am now using the safety pin to push it inside the casing that I have already made for it. So just watch closely and see what I am doing. So I will go ahead to put all the strings, and I will secure it at the hem side so that it will not be falling off. I will now go ahead and join the shoulder of the front and the back together and shape it up, and I'll bring it for us to see. I will also hem the downside and the sleeve area, and I will hem all the parts that is supposed to be hemmed on the sewing machine, and I'll bring it to show us the style that we are having. Alright, so this is our final outcome. This is our bubu kaftan shaped size worn in different ways. So if you like what I did, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and give me a comment in the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts are, whether you'll be creating this or not. Yes, guys. Bye. See you in my next one.